speaks on audio's reach.
We know how powerful is audio. I mean, with the frequency, the reach that you can generate with that component is something that we always have as an add-on in our campaigns.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Take a pause.
Cheers for Maisie Bell, a 5-month-old terrier mix who marks a milestone for the ASPCA. She's the 300,000th transported animal going from a crowded animal shelter to one with more room. The ASPCA's Karen Walsh.
Maisie Bell started her journey at the Humane Educational Society in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They completed the transport by coming to Brandywine Valley SPCA in Newcastle, Delaware.
The ASPCA has so far conducted over 11,000 ground and air trips.
The 300,000th animal that we transport is almost unfathomable to me. It's an incredible accomplishment for this team. It's an incredible accomplishment for the ASPCA.
Want to help? Contact your local animal shelter and see if they need transport volunteers. You could be cruising with cats and dogs and getting them to a better life. Take pause. Joel Nato, Fox News.
Phase 1, clear takeoff.
Since 1995, the Global Positioning System, or GPS, developed by the U.S. military,
Here we go.
has been operational for civilian use.
Please proceed to the highlighted line.
Today, the men and women of the Air Force Reserve continue their vital mission, guiding you safely on your way while protecting the freedoms we all enjoy. The United States Air Force Reserve, guiding and protecting America.
Partner with Junior Achievement, the leader in financial education for youth, to save our children from a lifetime of insufficient funds. Volunteer to teach responsible money management skills.
Junior Achievement of Arizona, JAAZ.org.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code FUTURE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUTURE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's FUTURE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say.
Yep, that's me, Clifford Taylor IV. And on my new podcast, The Clifford Show, I'm bringing you raw, unfiltered conversations with your favorite athletes, creators, and media personalities. Each week, we'll talk about sports, life, mental health, purpose, and even music. The Clifford Show is not just a conversation, it's a celebration.
Search The Clifford Show on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Mom, where are my keys?
Why do I have to take out the garbage? I'm too sick to go to school. Quit hogging the bathroom! Stop!
If you're having a hard time living with all the noise, it's even harder to live without it. One fake fentanyl pill could cost your child their life. Learn how to talk to your kids at talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by Substance Awareness Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 Biggie Bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. 4, $6, and $8 Biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
From the Rappy Law Group Accident Attorney Studio.
Call Rappy.
KGME Phoenix. KESZ HD3 Phoenix. Guaranteed human.
Parker & Sons, the Valley's AC, plumbing, and electrical experts. Call Parker.
Kansas calling for mostly sunny skies at 96 degrees. We're also looking at an overnight low into the low 70s at 70 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ashley Loessa.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Don McDowell Outdoor Radio is sponsored by Elevate Design Group. It's time for Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910. A show for the avid fisherman and hunter looking for tips from the pros. Now here's your host, a saltwater fisherman and the man that fears no fish. He's the Bass Daddy and a tournament pro, Don McDowell.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Don McDowell Outdoor Radio. I'm Don McDowell. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us in our house while we talk to you in your truck, your boat, your RV, doing whatever you're doing. We've got a lot of stuff to cover today. Joining us by phone is our good friend Jim Lawrence. You'll know Jim as the state director for the Mule Deer Foundation. Really heavily involved in Water for Wildlife, doing projects. We go back quite a ways. But Jim, thanks for taking time out of your Sunday morning. I know you got a busy day going on with the roll shutters down at the Home and Garden Show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Don. Thanks for having me this morning.
Well, thanks for playing along. I know you were up with Don Pelfrey in downtown Payson at the AZGFD Wildlife Fair. How did that work out? That's always fun up there with the kids and the folks from Payson.
It was a beautiful day. Lots of kids, lots of families. We gave out over 225 of the little cardboard antlers, the mule deer antlers. So to the kids, so it was neat. The weather was beautiful. It was a perfect day.
How about the hot dogs? Did you get to have a hot dog?
No, I didn't get a hot dog. We were pretty busy from start to finish yesterday. So
yeah,
It was great. It was there at the Green Valley Lake there, right in Payson, and a lot of people out fishing, and just a perfect day to be outdoors yesterday in Payson.
You know, as small as that place is, it's become pretty popular as a destination for folks coming up from the valley and other places to just come. It's a nice park. And Game and Fish keeps it stocked pretty well with trout, and it's a good opportunity for the young folks to get out and wet a line. And then I get a kick out of the I hate to use this word, but the older fellas. So yeah, James Guggenauer keeps telling me he's going to get me a pair of bibbed overalls and one of those green and white web beach chairs. And get me a spot up there. So
you'd be all set.
Yeah. Well, you too, buddy. Let me ask you this: we've got statewide, we've got 4 fires going right now. There's one, the Ton Sycamore is on the 188, and I was looking at that yesterday, and they have the State Route 87 northbound is closed at the Bush Highway, and southbound closed at SR 188 going into Tunnel Basin from the north side. And then we've got another one that you and I talked about on State Route 85. There was a Hazen fire just south of I-10 on the 85. And that one is 299 acres. That may have been the one you were seeing. And then there's a Narramore fire that's only an acre. And then down off of I-8, the Apollo fire, it's smoking. You know, they haven't put put any burned acres on it yet, but that one up there by Tunnel Basin, it looks like it's growing hair. So, just be advised when you go up there. There's going to be some delays and what have you. So, what's MDF up to? Anything notable on the behalf of MDF? I know that Mr. Pelfrey's been having some chapter banquets and that kind of thing. So, what are they up to?
Yeah, it's we have quite a bit going on. As far as not just the fundraising aspect. In fact, yesterday, Elaine and I, on our way back from Payson, we stopped in at Jake's Corner, and we're set up for our Rim Country chapter up there in Payson. They're going to hold a fundraiser on July 10th.
Nice. At
Jake's Corner. They're going to have what they call a Gunapalooza, a bunch of gun raffles and that type of thing. But on the projects front, we have quite a bit of stuff going on. We're working with you, Don, on a few projects, but also we're excited. We're having our initial meeting with the Wallapai tribe on Tuesday. On Tuesday afternoon, we're having a Zoom meeting with the Wallapai tribe regarding the tribal council has agreed to our proposal on some habitat improvement projects up on the Wallapai. So we're pretty anxious to get that started and help them with their conservation needs up there on the Wallapai.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so critical for that area. They don't, they've got 1 million acres under that Indian Nation that they take care of, and no perennial water. The dirt tanks are dry, the trick tanks are out of repair, so that's going to be good. And conversely, the last few days I've gotten calls from so many ranchers just begging for help. I don't have any water and da. So, I'm going to spend this afternoon, tomorrow, getting some stuff hammered out and get it over to you to look at. There's some pretty small ones, but we got one lady down there on the El Bar 7 ranch is wanting to redevelop a spring because the spring's kind of just trickling, and they want to go out and dig it out and put in 2 miles of water pipe and get it down to drinkers. I don't believe they have any storage, but at least they've got enough water to get it down to drinkers and water troughs. So a lot of stuff happening over there around Globe, Gila County, Pinell County, and then we talked to our good friend Zeri May. They're down by Kearney Way. They're talking about trying to do something with the salt cedars, which is, I don't know. If they don't do it right, like you were talking the other day, they're gonna grow back, and when they come back, they're like one whisker. You pull out one gray whisker, and 5 grow back. So. Right.
Yeah, I spoke to at length yesterday when we were at the Payson Wildlife Fair with Zeri. He had called about this project with the salt cedars that he wants to get started. So. We're going to look for funding for that with him, but it's nice to see these ranchers and these permittees and lessees out getting some of these projects initiated. And especially the water development stuff. It's this we keep talking every year. This drought, it's got to end soon. It's got to end soon, but it seems like it just goes. It's been going on forever.
Yeah, it keeps on going. Well, I've been looking at and
really suffering.
Oh yeah. Well, I've been talking with Noah right along, as you know, and last week we reported they are predicting El Nino, blah 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 blah. Well, now that's taking another turn, and we're last week we were supposed to have wet. This week we're having dry. So, who knows what the hell's going on? I mean, it's just, it's just going to continue. So,
yeah,
pretty crazy.
Well, let's pray for rain. I mean, for moisture. We need a good wet monsoon this year for sure.
Yeah, we sure do. There's an awful lot.
We're just getting our season right now, and it's, by all indications, it's going to be a rough one again this year. So,
Yeah, and it looks like, looking at the fire map with those 4 fires going, looks like the fire season's already here. And you see it, which is much traveling as you do. In what I do, statewide, we're looking at, all this tall, dry, tender grass is just waiting for somebody to drag their chain on the asphalt or pull over on the shoulder of the road with a 1500-degree catalytic converter and just light everything. It's just absolutely scary right now with what's going on.
Well, I'll tell you, yesterday at that wildlife fair in Payson, I believe it was the Forest Service that was handing out pieces, like little 18-inch, 20-inch pieces of old fire hose. They were given to people that pull trailers to put around their safety chains, which I thought was kind of a neat idea.
Yeah, thinking about it,
that Beeline Highway coming into Payson, a lot of fires due to chains, dragging chains. So,
I'm gonna have to see if I can find some fire hose. Because, I'm pulling trailers every week. My trailers, everything's adjusted, but sometimes I go down to get a rental trailer to do something, and then, you got to argue with all the chains and this, that, and try to get the brakes to work. And never ends. Well, what do you have on your plate today? What are you guys doing for roll shutter down there at the Home and Garden Show? I can't imagine you at a Home and Garden Show.
I know.
Okay, hey, listen, stay with me just for a second. We got to flip into a hard break here. I'm getting the finger from the window. So we'll be right back with Jim Lawrence on roll shutter systems. I'm Don McDowell. We'll be right back.
From the mountains of Montana to the shores of Hawaii, this ain't your grandma's coffee talk. It's 406 Coffee and Chaos, where rifles roar, coffee pours, and aloha meets the wild western soul. We are slinging truth, gear, and attitude served with a side of mayhem. Grab a cup, brace yourself, and let the madness begin. 406 Coffee and Chaos brewed with aloha, seasoned in gunpowder, served up straight from
Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click RollShutterSystemsUSA.com or call 623-869-7057.
It's time to join the Howl Pack. In 2025, Howl for Wildlife campaigns will inspire advocacy, influence decision makers, and build resistance to the constant attacks from the anti-hunting industry. Howl is committed to protecting hunting, angling, and trapping opportunities nationwide, and we invite you to join the Howl Pack. Howl for Wildlife is committed to winning. Visit howlforwildlife.org to learn more and join the pack.
Hey, I heard that. Did you? If you didn't, you can get the weekly e-news Heard That from the AZ Cattle Growers Association to be informed about Arizona cattle growers news in our great state. Learn about events happening each month, legislation roundups and cattle news range highlights, and the monthly recap and member highlights. Sign up for the newsletter by contacting the ACGA staff at 602-267-1129 and learn more about joining the ACGA or advertising in the weekly newsletter Heard That. ACGA 602-267-1129.
Arizona Catalog, the official magazine of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association monthly publication, provides essential updates on issues impacting the ranching industry in our great state and nationally. The Arizona Catalog provides industry news from the University of Arizona, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Arizona Farm Bureau, National and Arizona Department of Agriculture, and others. Timely notifications of legislation on local, state, and federal levels, as well as other issues that may affect the ranching community. Spotlight on rancher highlights, activities, events, and dialogue from our president, executive director. Board members fight the fight for you. Regular features include cattle growers reports, cattle comments, activities for kids, and animal health. The Arizona Catalog monthly magazine is created by ranchers for ranchers. Get your subscription today at azcattlegrowers.org. or call 602-267-1129 and then ask how you can join the Arizona Cattle Growers Association. What's on your plate?
Skip this. Tap that red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app while listening to your favorite station.
You guys rock.
Instant feedback. And the best feature, if you mess up,
Hopefully I'm sending these messages correctly.
do it again. Leave a talkback now on the free iHeartRadio app.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQ Bar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Now you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text radio to 64,000. That's radio to 64,000.
Hi, I'm Brandon Raffy. Looking for the best accident attorney in Arizona? Then call Raffy. We've been trusted to help thousands of Arizonans. And with years of experience, the first call you should make should be to Raffy Law Group. Call Raffy.
Call Raffy, Raffy. Raffy, Raffy. Call Raffy, Raffy.
This segment brought to you by Boyd's Gun Stocks, makers of the adjustable agility and at-one stock for your favorite long gun. Head to boydsgunstocks.com for more details. Build with Boyd's. Show us your rack. How big is that elk, whitetail, moose, or mule deer? In the world of big game hunting, there's nothing better than having your rack on the wall and shown around the outdoor world. Head to huntingfishing.com and show us your rack. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
All righty, we're visiting with our friend Jim Lawrence. Jim, once again, thanks for playing along today. I know you're headed down to the Home and Garden Show representing Roll Shutter Systems. What's going on down there with those guys?
This weekend is the Home and Garden Show, the Maricopa County Home and Garden Show. Over at Westworld in Scottsdale.
Okay.
And as you know, I sold the company last year. I started it 42 years ago.
Wow.
And sold it last year to a great family. And they asked me to stay on and continue working there, so I agreed to do that. But we're down there this weekend. We have a booth at the Home and Garden Show, and we're trying to drum up some business. We haven't done these home shows in years, and I think it was in February we did the one at the Glendale Cardinal Stadium and did quite well in that. And so Bob, the new owner, wanted to try the Scottsdale show. So we're there this weekend, and today's the final day. I think it's from 10 to 5 today.
Nice.
So, I'll be down there talking roll shutters. So.
Well, I think the geopolitical situation we're in certainly worldwide and here in the United States with crime ramping up the way it is and everything else, that Roll Shutter Systems really plays a key role in securing your business, securing your home, and whatever else you happen to be into. There's some definite benefits. The security is one thing, but there's energy efficiency there, on your heating and air conditioning as well. What are some of your other attributes that I'm missing?
The roll shutters are kind of a multifaceted product. Different people buy them for different reasons. But, the most people nowadays, 20 years ago, everybody's buying to keep the heat out. And now, it seems like the big push for the roll shutters is with the security aspect, but we have people that buy them for light control, noise abatement, like if you live near a busy street.
Oh, yeah.
They stop 60% of the noise. We do a lot in the retirement communities with the snowbirds,
Well, I happen to know firsthand you're spending an extraordinary amount of time in Sun City.
Yes.
I go up Grand Avenue and I see this big sign that says, "Welcome, Jim."
Yeah, we do. We do a lot in the retirement communities because people, when they leave, they're leaving now. About this time of year, they start heading back to Iowa or Nebraska or Michigan or whatever, and they just push a button, roll the shutters down. It keeps the house cooler. They stop about 90% of the heat before they can penetrate the glass.
Well, that and it keeps the porch pirates out, so that's a good thing.
Keeps the porch pirates out, stops the errant golf shots, if you live on a golf course. It's a great product.
Okay.
It's not just for security or just for energy. It covers a wide variety of issues. So.
Good stuff. What's your phone number over there at Roll Shutters? How can people get a hold of you?
Our main line is 623-869-7057.
And the website
is www.rollshuttersystemsusa.com.
USA, I love it. All right, well,
yes,
you have a better rest of the day, and try to take it easy down there.
I'll do it. Thank you, Don. Thanks for having me.
Okay, outstanding. Hey, I know Roll Shutter Systems, and I endorse them. I have a couple, and these things are absolutely awesome. So give them a try. You can go right to the web and rollshuttersystemsusa.com. Like Jim was saying, high quality. They've been doing this for 42 years. Tremendous product. So, okay, we're going to keep shooting.
Don.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, Jim. Thank you so much. We're going to keep shooting and moving. I want to talk a little bit about what's going on over in San Diego. Not that I'm a fan of California, but I'm a fan of saltwater fishing. And, if you slip into San Diego, park there on Scott Street, the Dolphin Inn is right across the street from the landing. It's kind of a sketchy little place to stay, but it is. Don't laugh. Because on the south side, they have regular rooms. They're pretty Spartan. But on the other side, on the north side, you can rent those rooms by the hour. So, that's just what I've heard. So, anyway, right straight across from H&M Landing, there's places to stay. Up at Point Loma, there's a hotel right there on campus because you have H&M, you've got Premier, you've got Sportsman's, Fisherman's Landing, all that kind of stuff right there. Everything you need is within walking distance once you park your truck. And it's pretty secure. They don't have a lot of nonsense down there. If you break into a fisherman's vehicle, you know exactly what's going to happen to you when you get caught. So it's not good. But anyway, the fishing right now is pretty good. I'll start with Friday. They had the Premier, the Malahini, the Grande, the Nautilus, the Producer. The Premier's running half days, half day AM, half day PM, and this particular vessel is this is for bottom fishing primarily. So the Premier itself is fairly good sized vessel. It's 25 feet wide, 81 feet long. It's got a capacity of 55. Now, there's not a lot of berthing space to be had, but anyway, that's just half day trip in and out. Saturday morning, they had 51 anglers. Like I said, it'll take 55. They caught 146 rockfish in a sculpin. And then they had a half-day PM trip with 33 anglers aboard, 123 rockfish, 7 sculpin. Sculpin's kind of a interesting fish. It's very tasty, but you have to be extremely careful handling them because they've got some poison spines and they hurt like hell. And then they caught 1 sand bass. The other one that's running a half-day PM is the boat called the Tradition. Now, it's not quite as big, but it's an awesome boat. This one's 20 by 65 feet. Well-configured, well-constructed. Now, this does have bunks for 25, and if they're all really good friends, you can probably sleep 50 in there. But that's a story for another time. So, they do some good stuff. They're running half-day trips. They had 11 folks out, 22 red rockfish, 19 whitefish, 14 rockfish. And then you have the Patriot, and they had 12 guys out, 12 anglers out, 87 rockfish. And we're going to flip into a break here. And when we come back, I'm going to finish going down this list. So, if you're interested, you have a choice. Having a choice is always a good thing. So, anyway, there's some other nuances that we're going to talk about. So, I'm Don McDowell. This is Fox Sports 910, Don McDowell Outdoor Radio. We'll be right back.
Thanks for calling Grand Avenue Mini Storage. We are located at 3636 West Grand Avenue. We have units ranging from 4 foot by 4 foot all the way up to a 20 by 20. Yes, sir. I do think the 4 foot by 4 foot will hold all of your IRS crashed hard drives. No, sir. I don't think the 20 by 20 will hold all the people the White House has thrown under the bus, but do have room for that bus. Grand Avenue Mini Storage. Call us at 602-246-0680. 602-246-0680.
The premier monthly print and online publication in the Southwest is celebrating their 10th year anniversary. Award-winning Arizona Boating and Water Sport and its sister publication, the Western Outdoor Times, cover current topics ranging from boating, camping, shooting, and water sports, fishing, wildlife, conservation, RVing, outdoor safety, and a complete schedule of community events. Arizona Boating and Water Sports and the Western Outdoor Times are free print publications available at over 500 locations and online. Sign up for yours at azbw.com and get the free weekly newsletter. For more information, contact Jim Allen at 480-947-6219 or email him at jim@azbw.com.
What? You missed again?
Yeah, but I looked cool doing it.
That's because you were holding an Atheros rifle. Sleek, reliable, and built to make you look like you meant to miss on purpose. Whether you're at the range or the end of the world, our rifles won't fail you. But we can't promise your aim won't. Under new ownership, quality rifles with the same deadly bite. Atheros Rifle Company. Because even your mother-in-law respects this kind of firepower. AtherosRifle.com. Or call us at 540-849-4674.
If you're a rancher, farmer, or involved in wildlife habitat enhancement, then you need to know Southwest Ranch Supply for your needs. Southwest Ranch Supply is a distributor for quality American-made products. Vertical and direct burial water tanks, Numex polypipe, RDF aluminum troughs and spring boxes, Rainmaker drinkers, Western clay bentonite and pond seal, Redmond agricultural salt and minerals in bulk or block, solar well conversion, panels, pumps, and structural panel supports. Contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 620 623-221-7655 for your free project survey and estimate to stretch your project budget and ensure you have the right products for your projects. We run full truckloads, split truckloads, and deliver direct to your allotment. Southwest Ranch Supply is your partner in conservation. 623-221-7655. Again, contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655. Southwest Ranch Supply, proud member of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
For more information about contests on this station, go to foxsports910.com/rules.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910 and always on our free iHeartRadio app. Here's the Bass Daddy and Tournament Pro, Don McDowell.
Okay, we're back talking about some of the vessels out of HM Landing. Downtown San Diego, the Patriot is a 3/4 day boat. They had 12 people out yesterday, and caught a few fish. The Patriot, this is a really interesting little vessel. This is 65 feet long, 18 feet wide, and it's Captain Trevor Walsh. So we've got just made contact with Captain Bill. And Captain Bill, what's happening? How are you?
What's up, Dandy Don? How you doing today?
Well, we're beating the saltwater side of life. We're just going down over the fish count and getting to the point where I want to start talking about the Malahini boat and the Horizon. So what do you guys got going on today?
Oh, they're sitting at the dock, unfortunately.
Oh, really? Okay.
I just know people, man. That's still that time of the year, you know. Some boats are running, some boats are not, and we're not.
Okay, well, that's
best I can explain. You know, that's the easiest way to explain it. I mean, it is what it is. You know.
Well, you guys ran on Friday. Caught a few rockfish.
Yeah.
3/4.
And there's no rhyme or reason to it. You know what I mean? It's just people aren't ready. You know, the fish are here. You know, that's typical of, sport fishing as a whole. People see fish counts, then they show up late, and they wonder why. We were talking about this last week, I do believe.
Well, it's just part of the cycle.
Exactly.
Another couple of weeks from now, you won't be able to get on a boat.
Yeah, exactly. And that plus the fact that, the economy, I'm going to say, it's kind of messed up right now.
Yeah.
Price of fuel and everything else. It's
What's you're running around over there in town in San Diego. What are you guys paying for diesel fuel? Do you know that offhand?
The fuel dock, we're paying $5.90 a gallon.
Jeez.
Depending on where you're at in the city, it's $6.25 to $6.70 a gallon.
Wow, that's crazy.
Fuel is $5.90 to $6.25 a gallon.
Holy cow! Yeah, that's that doesn't do your checkbook any good. Do you guys have biodiesel available at the dock?
No, not at all.
Okay. Yeah, I found some biodiesel. We're paying $5.70 across the board, and I found some $5.45 biodiesel down off I-10. So I burned 50 gallons of that. It ran pretty good. So, I didn't have any problem.
California has, all these extra taxes. I think California is probably the most expensive place to buy fuel.
Well, as you know, the bulk of the fuel that we get comes from California, so we get the nonsense from California plus the Arizona nonsense,
Oh, yeah.
So plus, in my opinion, we've got a bunch of gouging going on with these guys. The retailers.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
Fries.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm going to name names. You got Quick Trip is a big culprit. Fries, Safeway, Circle K, 7-Eleven, Chevron, depending on where they are. If it's a corporate store, it's one thing.
Right.
It's like, come on. So.
Well, I was shocked. I came to Arizona when I went to that event at Lake Pleasant with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
And in the Lake Pleasant area, fuel was almost $1 more than any place else in Arizona that I went while I was there.
Oh yeah, it's called price gouging. I've got emails into the Energy Czar, Mr. Kress, about the exact same subject, and nobody seems to do anything. He wants to get on the TV and say, well, gas is $3 and da-da-da-da-da. I said, no. You need to come to Arizona and see what's happening out here. So, nobody wants to talk about that. They don't want to deal with Newsom. And
yeah, that's a state issue. California is the most expensive state to live in, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Okay. What's the next big trip for the good ship Horizon?
We're scheduled to leave Friday, May 8th on a 2-day, and we have 2 people so far. We'd love to get more. We would love to get more, and it is what it is. We need at least 10 people to get off the dock on either boat.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part, and that's still not a break-even point for the boats running.
Okay, on that 2-day, where are you guys headed?
We're going to go chase tuna.
Say that again?
We're going to go chase tuna.
Okay, that's like Wing It Radio. It's Wing It Fishing. I love it.
It's typical, Don. Honestly, it's typical.
Oh, yeah.
People start seeing fish counts, and they look at fish counts, unfortunately. And, there's probably 9 or 10 boats running right now. And it is, again, it is what it is. It's part of the beast,
Yeah, absolutely.
We're booked solid, charter-wise, starting July 19th, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Through December 9th. And I thank God for that.
Oh,
definitely. Amen. He runs the boats, man.
Yes, sir.
I just drive them for him. That's how I look at it.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
He keeps us busy.
Yeah, that and fish from the right side of the boat. So there you go.
Yeah, and it is. In reality, it's been like that since I've been in the industry.
Yeah.
We have the start of our season typically is in April. Well, the fish the past 2 years haven't shown up till June. So everybody's accustomed to making their reservations and stuff like that in June. And then this year, with that warm water pushing in earlier, Yellowtail at the Coronado Islands for the past, I'm going to say month and a half now, than, you know, that offshore stuff pushing up as far as 70 miles from what I'm hearing from the group of guys that I talked to.
Mm-hmm.
And then people got caught with their pants down. In a sense, you know, I've already made these reservations for this, and this. And it's like, I don't want to do that. It's expensive, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's
you know,
expensive.
the thing I want to do before we have to go is kind of profile the Horizon. We talked in depth about the good ship Malahini, and the Horizon is a big boat, 25 feet wide, 80 feet long, berthing for 29. What are some of your other attributes? How big is the fish hold? You know, so on.
She has a 10-ton fish hold. She fishes overnights for 29. She fishes anything other than that day and a half with 27. 2 days through whatever 25. When we do our mag bay trips, we only take 12. And our mag bay trips start October 27th and run through December 9th, and they're all sold out.
Wow.
You know, it's amazing, dude. It is amazing.
That's
she
sure
has,
nice boat.
yeah, she has 7 staterooms and 12 open berthings in her, and and honestly, Don, I think she's the best in her class for what she does as far as amenities go. You know, there's 3 showers, 2 heads or restrooms, and the guys that work with me on that boat are professionals at what they do.
Absolutely.
You know. And I mean, I can't explain it any better than that.
Well, that's you've done a good job. And what about your electronics? What kind of radar are you running?
She has a Simrad radar for runoff radar. She has 2 radars. She has 3 chart plotters. 5 or 6 radios of different types that do different things. And dude, she's probably the best boat at H&M Landing for what she does.
Okay, well here's the big question: how are the cheeseburgers?
They're good.
Okay, are they as good as the Malahini?
Yes, when we serve cheeseburgers, you know, we have full-on chef on that boat, you know, and for our open party trips that we run through the landing office, the food is included in your ticket price.
Okay.
Charters, and what I mean by food, that's on a day and a half. You get a breakfast, a snack is served, you get a lunch. A snack is served, you get dinner. We have a soda fountain for the sodas, waters, and coffee is all included in that as well at $15 a day for all you want.
Oh, awesome.
And dude, I mean, we really, I'm going to say we spare no expense. Everybody's full, everybody's happy. And you catch fish, man.
That's the main thing. Bill, I've got to flip into a break. Can you stay with me for a few minutes?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, we'll be back with Captain Bill talking about the Horizon Malahini Sport Fishing. I'm Don McDowell, Don McDowell Outdoor Radio on iHeartMedia, Fox Sports.
If you're new in the valley and want to fish or don't know where or how to, contact the Goodyear Bass Club, sanctioned by BASS. The Goodyear Bass Club is a teaching club. For more information, call Mike Hofforth, 623-229-4650, or check him out online, ArizonaBassNation.com. Hey, let's go fishing.
The bass is king.
Arizona Catalog, the official magazine of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association monthly publication, provides essential updates on issues impacting the ranching industry in our great state and nationally. The Arizona Catalog provides industry news from the University of Arizona, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Arizona Farm Bureau, National and Arizona Department of Agriculture, and others. Timely notifications of legislation on local, state, and federal levels, as well as other issues that may affect the ranching community. Spotlight on rancher highlights, activities, events, and dialogue from our president, executive director, board members fight the fight for you. Regular features include cattle growers reports, cattle comments, activities for kids, and animal health. The Arizona Catalog monthly magazine is created by ranchers for ranchers. Get your subscription today at azcattlegrowers.org or call 602-267-1129 and then ask how you can join the Arizona Cattle Growers Association. What's on your plate?
It's time to join the Howl Pack. In 2025, Howl for Wildlife campaigns will inspire advocacy, influence decision makers, and build resistance to the constant attacks from the anti-hunting industry. Howl is committed to protecting hunting, angling, and trapping opportunities nationwide, and we invite you to join the Howl Pack. Howl for Wildlife is committed to winning. Visit howlforwildlife.org to learn more and join the pack.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click RollShutterSystemsUSA.com or call 623-869-7057.
From the mountains of Montana to the shores of Hawaii, this ain't your grandma's coffee talk. Welcome to 406 Coffee and Chaos, where Big Sky Grit meets Island Aloha, and things get wild fast. We talk rifles, outdoors, politics, and life. No filters, just full send. 1 minute, it's elk hunting. The next is spam moose bee and suppressors. Brew a strong cup, hold on tight, and embrace the beautiful madness. This is 406 Coffee and coffee brewed in Montana, seasoned with aloha and delivered with a heavy dose of freedom. Hey, you like beef, brother? Only if it's elk shot from 600 yards with my 406 Hui Hui build. From Lava Rock to the Rocky Mountains, Montana 406 Rifle Hui Hui blends Pono Island style with rugged Western soul precision. So sharp, even your tutu gets chicken skin. Born in Big Sky Country, raised with aloha. Whether you're hunting mule deer or chasing pigs in the jungle, shoot straight, stay humble. M406RHH.com or call 406-266-1923.
The next 30 seconds could save you hundreds on your car insurance. At The Hartford, we're passionate about your protection. If you're 50 or over, AARP Auto Insurance from The Hartford gives you benefits that really matter. And you could save $597 when you switch. How's that for a little peace of mind? Visit trusthartford.com today. The Hartford, your protection is our passion. The Hartford Insurance Group, Inc. pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. Savings vary.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
If you love the outdoors, make sure you sign up for the weekly hunting fishing newsletter to stay up to date with the latest outdoorsman news across the nation. Sign up today at huntingfishing.com. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
All righty, we're back talking with our good friend Captain Bill, owner-operator of Malahini and Horizon Sport Fishing. Bill, I'm intrigued. Tell me about the book that you're writing.
The book itself is basically a memoir, if you will, of my time in the sport fishing industry thus far in the world-renowned San Diego sport fishing industry, I should say.
Yes.
You know, why I'm telling the story is I didn't write the book because I think I'm special, first and foremost. I wrote it because I know I'm not. You know, I'm a kid from West Los Angeles who grew up quiet, shy, unsure of a lot of things, you know, and where I fit in. You know, my grandmother dragged me to the pier before sunrise, put a rod in my hand, and without realizing it, gave me a future. The ocean, you know, became my classroom, if you will, my therapy, my way, and you know, I think in a whole, just my proving ground. You know, I've been a pinhead. Nobody noticed. Deckhand getting yelled at. You know what I mean? The guy
been there, done that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, the guy scrubbing the deck long after everyone else went home and not getting paid for it as a deadhead. You know, I've also been a captain in a wheelhouse. You know, the owner signing checks. Gosh, the man, you know, people looked at and think he's not supposed to be in that position. You know, I don't know if you remember Ray Sobiak, but when Ray Sobiak, he's a gentleman that basically started the drive or motivation, if you will, when he told me that I wasn't going to work on his boat one year as a deckhand anymore. I thought, you know, for the longest time that, you know, that was as far as I was going to get. And to sit there and tell you that, you know, how do I say this? Back then, we're talking almost 40 years ago now.
Wow.
You know, 44 years ago. I don't know if you know
time flies,
this.
Bill.
Oh, dude, I don't know if you know this, but I am a black man.
Hey, don't tell your mom.
Ray told me that, and I just kind of looked at him and like, well, what does that got to do with anything? He goes, they're not going to give you the respect you deserve. And, you know, dude, it was crazy. It didn't stop me. To me, that was fuel.
Yes, sir.
You know, I had the best thing in the world that had my back. And I believe to this day, man, that, you know, it's, and I'm not jumping on a soapbox. I'm being 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
It was God, dude.
Amen.
Straight out. You know, it was God. And I believe anything formed by him can only be destroyed by him.
Well stated.
You know, it's not a make you feel good story. It's a true story, man. Honest to God, it's a true story. You know, there's some things in the book that I'm writing that devastated me. Thought I'd never make it through the next season.
Oh, Bill, you know, I don't know how many years you and I go back, but you know, I was there with you.
Ways, bro.
A couple of, you know, very, very bad things that were going on, and you know, I mean, it's like holy crap, you know.
Oh, Don, remember? I want to say it was 2018. I called you up and asked you to loan me $85,000. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
God found a way, man.
Yeah, buddy. Well, you've been a good friend. You're very special in my life, and so far as I'm concerned, one of the best on the West Coast, period. Hands down. No discussion.
I tell you right now, it's not me. That's God, bro.
Well, he's using you very well. Let me put it
that
that
God,
way.
bro. I'm a very simple man with very simple ways. I don't have time to over exaggerate things.
No.
I tell it like it is, you know, and if people, you know, want to really, you know, get a good look of my life in the industry, I do believe it's going to go to press here in about 30 to 35 days.
Wonderful.
The name of the book is God's Got This, A Black Man's Journey in the World-Renowned San Diego Sport Fishing Industry.
Wow, what a tale that's going to be.
Captain William Wilkerson. It talks about my early childhood, where I grew up, the things that I've done. I've omitted some things on purpose because they caused me a lot of pain.
Yeah, of course.
And then there's, if the book does really well, then we'll approach, and I'm not even saying really well, the book does good enough, and there's enough interest, then I'll talk about some of those things, that I touched on briefly in the book, in another book.
Absolutely. Okay, I have to ask you, I've known you for a long time as Captain Bill Wilkerson. What's the HB stand for?
HB, Henry Bailey, William Henry Bailey Wilkerson Jr.
There you go. That's a mouthful. All right, we got to get out of here. We got to go do a break here, Bill. God love you. We'll talk to you next week.
Hey, love y'all's show. Thank you very much for having me on. We'll be in touch, man.
Roger that, Captain. Stay dry. We'll be right back after a short break with Coffee and Command, a new one.
Don McDowell Outdoor Radio has been sponsored by Elevate Design Group.
If you're a rancher, farmer, or involved in wildlife habitat enhancement, then you need to know Southwest Ranch Supply for your needs. Southwest Ranch Supply is a distributor for quality American-made products. Vertical and direct burial water tanks, Numex polypipe, RDF aluminum troughs and spring boxes, Rainmaker drinkers, Western clay bentonite and pond seal, Redmond agricultural salt and minerals in bulk or block, solar well conversion, panels, pumps, and structural panel supports. Contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655 for your free project survey and estimate to stretch your project budget and ensure you have the right products for your projects. We run full truckloads, split truckloads, and deliver direct to your allotment. Southwest Ranch Supply is your partner in conservation. 623-221-7655. Again, contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655. Southwest Ranch Supply, proud member of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/beat. That's ethos.com/beat. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. Yep, that's me, Clifford Taylor IV. And on my new podcast, The Clifford Show, I'm bringing you raw, unfiltered conversations with your favorite athletes, creators, and media personalities. Each week, we'll talk about sports, life, mental health, purpose, and even music. The Clifford Show is not just a conversation, it's a celebration.
Search The Clifford Show on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
From the Raffi Law Group Accident Attorney Studio.
Call Raffi.
KGME Phoenix, KESZ HD3 Phoenix. Guaranteed human.
Parker and Sons, the Valley's AC, plumbing, and electrical experts. Call Parker.
Forecast is calling for mostly sunny skies at 96 degrees. We're also looking at an overnight low into the low 70s at 70 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ash Loessa.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Don McDowell Outdoor Radio is sponsored by Southwest Ranch Supply. It's time for Coffee and Chaos with the guys from the 406 Rifle Company, Captain Chemo and Sheriff Wynn.
Alrighty, we're back. It's not Coffee and Chaos anymore. It's Coffee and Command. We've got Captain Chemo and Master Sergeant Big Daddy Burns joining us from parts unknown. What's happening, gentlemen?
Aloha, Don. How you doing this morning?
I've had too much chocolate, way too much coffee, bouncing off the walls. It's all good.
Excellent. Are you ready to dive into let's talking about the change from 808 Coffee and Chaos to 808 and Coffee Command?
Absolutely. But I have, before you get started, anytime you're involved, there is chaos. Absolute chaos. So it's all yours. Take it away, gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. Chaos will always be there, but we got to make it positive chaos, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So we changed our name to. We changed the name because we're going through changes and growth and focus. 808 Coffee and Command. Where the coffee is going to be strong, the opinions are going to be stronger, and the chain of command, well, it's still being negotiated, For your listeners, again, I'm Chemo, a longtime friend of Don and Don McDowell Show. I'm a corporate pilot, got a military background, law enforcement background, founder of the Montana 406 Rifle, Hui, and also starting a new rifle company called Kanakakoa back home in Hawaii. So I spent a lot of time in my life flying things, building some things, fixing some things that probably shouldn't have been broken in the first place.
Yeah.
But the man who keeps my ideas from turning into controlled explosion, let me introduce Master Sergeant Gunnery Big Daddy Burns.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate it, Don. Thanks for having me on here. I'm retired Master Sergeant Don Big Daddy Burns. As you've heard, I'm coming in hot for our enlisted class. After 21 years of faithful service, I decided that being retired isn't fun unless you get to share it with everyone else.
Well, there you go. All right, what part of what part of the country are you hanging out in?
Right now, the beautiful state of Arizona, down here in Yuma, where the weather is hot, and then hot, and then hotter.
Yeah, more hot. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm hearing rumors you're quite the gunsmith. Expand on that.
I went to school after I suffered some injuries and spent 2 years in Wounded Warrior Battalion West, Camp Pendleton, California. My wife told me that I needed to do something for school, that I wouldn't quit and would keep my focus. Playing with guns in the Marine Corps made sense. So now I get to fix other people's mistakes, try to put a little bit of control on the chaos, and smiles. I want to see smiles when they leave here.
I love it. Yeah, that's great. Well, what's the next big step for the rifle company, Chemo?
Well, right now, Montana 406 Rifle Company, we're trying to continue it to grow. We are going to be relocating the 406 Rifle Hui. Once it's been relocated, there'll possibly be a change in the name to accommodate where it goes. It'll still be the same great product, quality. Don for sure will make sure that happens. with his professionalism in gunsmithing, and as well as Isaac still being part of the operation. So that's the plan for that. Don, we also have another member that's going to be part of the Coffee and Command, not full-time and not on every episode, but he'll definitely be appearing on the Don McDowell Show with us. His name is Carl. He's K2 Defense in the mix. Yet another veteran gunsmith, professional YouTuber who does gear and rifle reviews. And I'm telling you right now, he's damn good at it.
Excellent.
So what does all this give you? It gives you 3 vets, a pilot, 2 gunsmiths, and a guy who probably already reviewed the gear before thinking about buying it.
Nice.
So with the new Coffee and Command, it's going to be real talk, no fluff, limited filter, but talking rifles, custom builds, what actually runs versus what actually looks good online, diving into the Second Amendment community when we can. What doesn't cut through the noise, what works, what doesn't work, and bringing the outdoor world of hunting, gear, real experiences in the field, not theory, not hype, just real deal. And here's the truth. We're not just sitting on a pedestal. We're in it every day, building the rifles, testing the gear, pushing the limits, and sometimes it turns into controlled chaos, but that's where the best lessons are learned and the best stories come from.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'll look forward to meeting Master Sergeant here pretty quick. Probably next week I'm going to make a run down to Yuma end of the week to pick up some stuff from the Mule Deer Foundation. We're working on rehabbing a well, and there's some stuff stuck down in the well we've got to extract if we can get our hands on it or get some kind of a puller on it. But Master Sergeant, I've got your number. I'll give you a call when I know what my schedule is. Maybe we can get together, have a cup of coffee, and create some chaos.
Absolutely, especially if there's gunpowder and bangs going around in the background.
Oh, yeah. I'm always in for a new door gunner, so I'm serious. I am so serious.
Sign me up.
Yeah, well.
We'll try to get down into the studio, Don, sometime maybe, I don't know, mid-May or sometime after the 18th, but before the 30th for sure. I'll be in Phoenix. My daughter, Mia, graduates high school from Marco Deniza High School.
Okay.
She's getting ready to go to college, so we'll definitely be down there. So, yeah, it should be a good time, and we'll get Don, myself, and I'll see if Carl can come down and be in the studio, and it'll definitely be a good time.
Yeah, we can dedicate 2 hours to nothing but chaos.
Excellent.
That's us.
Okay, what do you guys have on the drawing board for rifles coming out? We've been talking about a lot of stuff. Military Tier 1 grade. What do you have for the average hunter, recreational shooter, perhaps in a AR platform, 7.62 or 308, 30-06, that kind of thing? Or are you still dabbling in the 6.5 Creedmoor?
We're doing it all. We do the 7.62 by 39, 308, the 6.5 Creedmoor, the Grundle. If you look at the Montana 406 rifle Huey, and look at the different platform models we have a basic entry level, our R model, which is not so basic. It still comes with a billet series upper and lower, forged aluminum finger guard, which most don't. And you go up from our match series, and it only gets better, depending on type of barrel you want to add, drop-in trigger system, anti-rotation pins, grip and stock, and all the way up to our precision series, the T1, which we build for precision shooting. It just really depends on how much you want to spend and how much you want to dive into a custom build, and know that at the end of the day, you're getting something forged in great quality, craftsmanship, and people actually taking their time to build it, test it, and make sure it's meeting those qualities that you want, whether it's home defense or in a patrol car, or going to a 3-letter identifier, or we have organizations that we affiliate with that purchase rifles that take them overseas. We have a couple of projects that we're working on right now for some overseas projects.
Well, projects is an interesting word. Thank you. I'm going to let that slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, those are things that we could talk about later on down the road, but
yeah, of course.
Those are things that you can expect from our rifles.
Okay, cool. So, I've been bugging you about a AR platform with a lever action 30-06. How's that coming?
Don, I'll let you answer that question.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so
throwback to put that lever action with an AR platform, but where there's a will, there's a way. Custom really does mean custom on a request like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk offline. In fact, I may, if you're available, I'll give you a call this afternoon. I'm making some changes on some of my platforms due to need, and so I want to have a discussion about that. Something in I'm a 30-06 fan. Pretty solid on 308. I do not own a 308. I do not want to own a 308, but if I had to pick one up to do what I'm about to do, I'm okay with that. It doesn't need to be a AR type platform. It could be a 1903 A3. Maybe an infield, Springfield, but God dang, they're getting really hard to find anymore.
What we need to do, Don, is...
That's a good bullet.
Excuse me?
Don, what we need to do is, when you go visit Don, discuss a caliber on an AR platform. We just really need to get you a hooey so you can actually contest to your audience the quality and the craftsmanship to go into our rifles.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I'll probably bring this AR platform down with a scope on it that's troublesome to sight in. They won't let me sight it in indoors, and it's a real pain to try to get it sighted in outside with the heat that we have. So, anyway, that said, it's a project for next week. Sounds like.
There you go.
Not a problem. Bring it on down.
Okay. Well, Chemo, the main thing is, if you got the Master Sergeant in a grass skirt yet?
No. He hasn't been introduced to that side of the house yet.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Okay. Yeah, here we go.
I can take all the faces.
It's all good. Well, I'll tell you what, God love you guys. You guys be safe today, and I look forward, extremely looking forward to having you guys here in the studio, and we'll just create so much chaos in here. It's going to be fun. All right, God love you. You guys have the best rest of the weekend.
I totally appreciate you.
Okay, that is Captain Chemo, Master Sergeant Big Daddy Barnes, and the new name of the segment is Coffee and Command, 808 Coffee and Command. I'm Don McDowell. We're going into a short break. When we come back, we're going fly fishing.
From the mountains of Montana to the shores of Hawaii, this ain't your grandma's coffee talk. It's 406 Coffee and Chaos, where rifles roar, coffee pours, and aloha meets the wild western soul. We are slinging truth, gear, and attitude served with a side of mayhem. Grab a cup, brace yourself, and let the madness begin. 406 Coffee and Chaos brewed with aloha, seasoned in gunpowder, served up straight from the big sky. 406coffeeandchaos.com or on Facebook at 406 Coffee and Chaos.
Here is a great way to help Arizona's wildlife conservation efforts. Put an AZ Wildlife Conservation license plate on your car, truck, or RV and show the world you care. When you do, you are contributing to the AZ Wildlife Conservation Fund, which manages grants for habitat improvements and hunter-angler recruitment. Simply go online to servicearizona.com and select the AZ Wildlife Conservation plate for your license plate renewal. Show the world you care.
Are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click rollshuttersystemsusa.com or call 623-869-7057.
Arizona Catalog, the official magazine of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association monthly publication, provides essential updates on issues impacting the ranching industry in our great state and nationally. The Arizona Catalog provides industry news from the University of Arizona, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Arizona Farm Bureau, National and Arizona Department of Agriculture, and others. Timely notifications of legislation on local, state, and federal levels, as well as other issues that may affect the ranching community. Spotlight on rancher highlights, activities, events, and dialogue from our president, executive director, board members fight the fight for you. Regular features include cattle growers reports, cattle comments, activities for kids, and animal health. The Arizona Catalog monthly magazine is created by ranchers for ranchers. Get your subscription today at azcattlegrowers.org or call 602-267-1129 and then ask how you can join the Arizona Cattle Growers Association. What's on your plate?
I'm Officer Kenny D. with the Arizona Game and Fish Department's Operation Game Thief program. The bad boys that poach the animals that are displayed in this trailer thought they could get away with it. They killed the animals and took them home and they thought they were safe. But these criminals forgot one thing. We make house calls.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
Hi, I'm Brandon Raffi from Raffi Law Group. I'm here to say thank you, Arizona, for trusting Raffi Law Group as your #1 personal injury law firm. Fighting for injured Arizonans is all we do. So if you're ever in need of an accident attorney, you know what to do. Call Raffi.
Call Raffi.
This segment brought to you by Boyd's Gun Stocks, makers of the adjustable agility and at-one stock for your favorite long gun. Head to boydsgunstocks.com for more details. Build with Boyd's. Show us your rack. How big is that elk, whitetail, moose, or mule deer? In the world of big game hunting, there's nothing better than having your rack on the wall and shown around the outdoor world. Head to huntingfishing.com and show us your rack. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
Alrighty, we're back. We're going to go fly fishing. We've been saltwater fishing. Now it's wading in your booty cutters over in the Salt River. What's happening, Chris Rich?
I'll tell you what's happening. The fish are hopping up here in the White Mountains. I've been up here for the last couple of days. Yeah. And, man, they're active. And there's a lot of nice fish being caught up here as well. Game and Fish stocked some real nice fish into Becker Lake. I watched a guy yesterday catch a 27, 28-inch rainbow.
No way.
That's a giant rainbow trout.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
Watched him right there on Becker Lake. It was beautiful.
Wow.
He caught that fish for probably 45 minutes. Pulled him around. He was in his float tube out there, and, man, he was excited. It was a fish to be excited about, I can tell you that. It was fun. And we caught a bunch of Apache trout, we caught tiger trout, rainbow trout. We did fish some of the streams and caught some wild browns and wild brookies. It was just a wonderful couple of days. And I'll tell you, Don, the people should know that the water is low everywhere up here.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. We know what's going on. Right now, it's perfect. A month from now, questionable. Right? If we don't get moisture, we're going to be in trouble here
Yeah, we were talking that earlier with Jim Lawrence and some of the water projects that we're having to do, and it's the forecast is grim. We've got 4 fires going right now. One of them's growing hair up on the 188 right off the 87, and then there's one burning out off the 85 and I-8. So fire, I hate to say it, but fire season's upon us.
We had a little moisture come through 2 nights ago. Not a lot of moisture. It did actually sleet and snow at Big Lake yesterday. So there was a little bit of moisture. I mean, it melts off and it's gone and soaked into the ground right away. But we're not it's scraps at this point. We need to get some. We need to get some water coming here for sure.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. You guys have an awful lot of activity going on in the shop with classes and that sort of thing. The Fly Fishing 101, that's an evening class, is that correct?
We have that on Wednesday evenings, and we also have it on Saturday mornings. So if somebody couldn't make it during the week, they can come on a Saturday morning. And so that's going on twice a month, once on a Wednesday, once on a Sunday. It's the class that the fish do not want you to know about. It's a very popular class. It fills up rapidly. So, and we've got intro to beginner fly tying classes. We've got some carp classes coming up. We're going to put some of those together for the summertime. And that's the other thing I'll tell you. The carp fishing, I got out this last week to hit some of the canals, and man alive, this is the time to get out there. Those fish are very active right now. It's not 120 degrees outside, and so you can spend a few hours out there chasing them. And they're very willing to play right now. And I know I preach it a lot, but we have a very unique fishery in our state.
Yeah, we sure do.
I took 4 guys down to the canal, very beginner fly fishermen, and each one of them got hooked up on a carp. They didn't all land them because they're not easy fish to get in once you get hooked up. But they had a hoot. I mean, a couple guys got them in. They were 25, 30-pound grass carp. They're just blown away that they can go do this in their backyard. They had no idea. And there's really nowhere else in the country that has the canals full of these giant carp like we do right here in Arizona. So get out there and take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's good stuff. In my travels in town over on my side, we've got canals running crisscross, and it's always interesting to stop and chat with the guys. Most of them are not fly fishing, conventional bait casters or spinning rods, worms and a bobber, soft plastics, that kind of thing. So
there's a lot of people out there fishing the canals, conventional fishing, and I tell you, the other thing that really warms my soul is the number of fathers and sons that I see out walking the canals with their fishing pole, fishing together, and to me, that's just a wonderful way for a father and a son to spend some time together. And we've got 180 miles of these canals going right through town. It's a perfect opportunity to get out and spend some quality time with somebody you care about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good stuff. What do you hear about this urban subculture that we have? These guys fishing the urban ponds. There's a group of them kind of semi-organized. Do you interact with those guys at all?
I haven't. I know a lot of our fly fishing guys and gals that go out. We have a lot of people that fish the urban ponds, and so they definitely mix. I probably talk to those guys because I get out from time to time and hit those urban ponds. And, it's a great way. You meet a lot of people, and everybody's out there having a good time catching fish. And we have a great urban fishing program. I mean, even beyond our canals, the urban fishing program that we have here people come from around the country. They want me to take them fishing. I take them out oftentimes to one of our urban fisheries, and they are blown away by what we've got here right in Phoenix. And Game and Fish does an amazing job of keeping those, stocked with the appropriate fish during the appropriate times of year. And so people have got opportunities to go down there and catch fish right in their city park.
Yeah, commonly, in the winter months, they're stocking rainbow trout 10 to 13 inches, bluegills 5 to 7 inches in the springtime for those guys, and then the channel catfish they range in size from 13 to 18 inches, and those are stocked spring and fall.
Yeah, I've got a group of guys that come in that fly fish for the catfish in those urban ponds.
Yeah,
it's, you think about it. A lot of people just think of, I got to go to the mountains. If I'm going to fly fish, I've got to go chase trout. But that's not true. I mean, if there's water there and there's fish in it, you can grab your fly rod and go out there and have some success with it. And Game and Fish does a great job of making that possible right there in the city of Phoenix. So, bravo to Game and Fish for doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. I stopped down at Bender's Pond in Gila Bend the other day, and albeit it wasn't scorching hot, I was probably 85, and there was 6 or 8 people out there getting a line wet, having lunch, hanging out, just so peaceful.
I mean, isn't that wonderful to see that?
Oh, yeah.
It's wonderful to see it. I just love to see it.
Yeah, well, the good part about that is you stop down at Sophia's, get an egg breakfast burrito, and then hang out at the Bender's Pond and, have your burrito. So, listen, I want to thank you. Any chance of you being in studio next week?
Next week, let me touch base later today. I got to check with the powers to be.
Roger that.
I think it's very likely that I'm going to be here in town next week. So
okay.
All
right, we'll follow that up offline. We need to get you in the studio. There's some stuff going on we need to talk about. So, God love you. Have the best of the rest of the weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
You got it, Tom McDowell. Thank you.
Okay, brother. Appreciate you what you do. Chris Rich, AZ Fly Shop, East Cactus, just west of the Area 51. No, Highway 51. That's what it is. We'll be right back.
It's time to join the Howl Pack. In 2025, Howl for Wildlife campaigns will inspire advocacy, influence decision makers, and build resistance to the constant attacks from the anti-hunting industry. Howl is committed to protecting hunting, angling, and trapping opportunities nationwide, and we invite you to join the Howl Pack. Howl for Wildlife is committed to winning. Visit howlforwildlife.org to learn more and join the pack.
Thanks for calling Grand Avenue Mini Storage. We are located at 3636 West Grand Avenue. We have units ranging from 4 foot by 4 foot all the way up to a 20 by 20. Yes, sir. I do think the 4 foot by 4 foot will hold all of your IRS crashed hard drives. No, sir. I don't think the 20 by 20 will hold all the people the White House has thrown under the bus, but do have room for that bus. Grand Avenue Mini Storage. Call us at 602-246-0680. 602-246-0680.
Tuna fishing doesn't have to be time-consuming or expensive. Fish the Malahiti, the three-quarter-day premier sport boat out of H&M Landing, San Diego, over on the left coast. Malahiti has a long and proud tradition of dependable service, and with the goal of your success on the water. Captains Bill Wilkerson, Mike Schmidt, and Mike Zayak will utilize their extensive skills and the latest technology to put you on fish. The tuna season is in full swing right now. Yeah, right now. Spend a day on the water on the premier three-quarter-day sport fishing boat on the left coast, Malahini Sport Fishing. Don't miss the boat or the fish. Book Malahini now at hmlanding.com or call them at 619-222-1144. Hey, I'm Don McDowell, and I fish Malahini.
If you're a rancher, farmer, or involved in wildlife habitat enhancement, then you need to know Southwest Ranch Supply for your needs. Southwest Ranch Supply is a distributor for quality American-made products. Vertical and direct burial water tanks, Numex polypipe, RDF aluminum troughs and spring boxes, Rainmaker drinkers, Western clay bentonite and pond seal, Redmond agricultural salt and minerals in bulk or block, solar well conversion, panels, pumps, and structural panel supports. Contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655 for your free project survey and estimate to stretch your project budget and ensure you have the right products for your projects. We run full truckloads, split truckloads, and deliver direct to your allotment. Southwest Ranch Supply is your partner in conservation. 623-221-7655. Again, contact us at southwestranchsupply.com or 623-221-7655. Southwest Ranch Supply, proud member of the Arizona Cattle Growers Association.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910 and always on our free iHeartRadio app. Here's the Bass Daddy and Tournament Pro, Don McDowell.
Okay, there was a big event in Green Valley Park in downtown Payson, the AZGFD spring show. James, were you up there? Were you serving hot dogs?
Absolutely, Don. You're talking about the Payson Wildlife Fair.
Yeah.
Green Valley Park yesterday, and I know you've been there many years in the past. But what a great event. It was 60 degrees, perfect weather yesterday in Payson. There was a huge crowd down there. I mean, I can't say enough for Chriselle Colvin is the regional supervisor for Region 6. And Joe Sayer is the sector field supervisor up here in Payson. They did just a fantastic job down there as usual.
Absolutely. You know, I can't speak highly enough for Joe Sayer. You know, awesome guy. Everybody does a good job, but, you know, I think Joe takes it to the next level. So.
Yeah, he definitely does. So great event up there, and a lot of people coupled that with fishing up here in Rim Country. I just listened to the report with Chris Rich, and he's exactly right. You know, there's a lot of stockings going on. It's a good time to be fishing anywhere. Down in Tonto Basin, the temperature's a little bit warmer. It's getting up to the mid-70s to high 70s in the afternoon now. But great springtime bass fishing on Roosevelt Lake, and a lot of fun down there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always interesting to hear what Chris has to say. You know, he had mentioned the water level, coming down. And once again, we've got fires. I think we're in fire season. Have you seen or know anything about that fire right off the 188, the Ton Sycamore?
We've seen smoke from it. In fact, we can even smell part of it, but don't have any updates on containment. But your comment on the water level, Don, let me just give your listeners a little understanding here. Roosevelt Lake stands at 44% full, which is down 1% from last week. But here's the scary part. The Salt River is flowing at 64 cubic acre feet per second, which is 11% of its normal rate. We should be up to 650 to 700 cubic acre feet per
Yeah.
second. So I talked with Steve Smith, who's a rancher down there in Tonto Basin.
Of course.
And he's telling me that he's pretty sure the Salt River is going to dry up this year before we get through the summer. So it's pretty critical down there. Horseshoe Lake is at 54%. Bartlett's at 67%. Water shortage across the whole state of Arizona is going to be critical this summer.
Well, it is, and then one of our other ranching communities that I've been in contact with and been there, done that kind of a deal, is the little town of Kearney. Is they're running out of water, period.
Yes.
And there's just so much stuff going on that, boy, I don't know where it's going to end. But
yeah, I agree. This is pretty scary when we're seeing these numbers, and it's only May. This is the time of year, Don, where we should be talking about a great runoff from the up on top of the Mogollon Brim. That snow should be melting. Our streams should be full. There should be good flows into the lake. And because of the sparse snow up there last year, we're just drying out up on top, which leads back, full circle now back to the fires that you're talking about already.
Oh yeah. Well, I just hope everybody pays attention that's pulling a trailer, whether it's a boat trailer, dump trailer, whatever it is. And we talked to Jim Lawrence that was up there for MDF yesterday, and apparently the Forest Service was giving out little pieces of fire hose to slip over your change. What a great idea! Absolutely a great idea. And I'm pretty, I'm chain conscious, and I got to find me, a couple pieces of fire hose. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, definitely a good idea. And we see this every spring this time of year. I can't tell you how many times I'm fishing. I'm watching a boat that's at the dock. They just unloaded on the trailer. They're starting the boat up. There's this blue smoke billowing out of the engine, and I'm pretty sure that person is putting his or her boat on the water for the first time this year. And the lake is not the place to do that. And then I wonder if they looked at their trailer before they hauled it up there too.
Oh yeah.
The bearings are good, the tires are good, the safety chains are all intact. I mean, we have to do those things before we take our vehicles out on the road. That's how those troubles start.
Well, that's how we know boating season is here. You see, boat trailers with a tire and wheel missing up on a jack. You see PFDs scattered down the highway. It's just come on. Who does that stuff?
Yep, you just perfectly described the Beeline Highway during May.
And here's some bad news. I hate to report this, but our friend David Rigo.
Oh yeah.
And David Rigo, I gave my Cobra bass boat, the legendary Cobra, 100-mile-an-hour boat, to my grandson. He fished and fished and fished, and anyway, he got busy and sold the boat to Dave Rigo. I get pictures of my bass boat and his truck over a guardrail, absolutely demolished.
Oh.
And Dave and his family were in the truck. The truck was upside down. It's just trashed. I'll send you the pictures. It's just, by the grace of God, they walked away. And one of the boys is kind of sore, but that looked like a death trap to me. So the Bass Daddy's Cobra, done.
Bass Daddy's Cobra. I love it.
Yeah, it's it was a sad day, but I was tickled to death that I've known Jenny Rigo and David forever, and that could have been really devastating.
That could have been really bad.
Yeah. So anyway, it just goes to show you, man, you just can't turn your back on that thing for a second.
Yeah. And, I'll add to that, Don. I don't know what's changed on like Google Maps or something, but somehow they're putting, a shortcut from Winslow down the 260, down through Payson, and down the Beeline for truckers to get down to Phoenix rather than go on I-17 through Flagstaff and down. And it just seems like there are far more 18-wheelers on the Beeline Highway than I can ever recall in all my years living here. So that just kind of exacerbates the driving problems on there. And
absolutely.
It's kind of a rodeo on that Beeline anymore.
Yeah, for sure. I real quick, I want to profile with you a new bait that I'm going to recommend you try. It's called a headbanger. It's a jerk bait. It comes in a floating, suspending, and sinking version, but it's Swiss. I'm going to leave that go with that. I'm not going to pick on the Swiss right now. It's got an interesting head on a swivel, dual treble hooks, soft, pliable paddle tail, and an interesting body design. But I would highly recommend giving that a try. You can pick the color variations that you think you're comfortable with. There's about a dozen of them. So, what are you hearing on bass behavior at Roosevelt?
So before you leave that bait, Don, I just have to ask, is that the one where they're promoting that they used artificial intelligence to design that bait?
I don't think that's the one. This one kind of looks like maybe a zombie designed it. It's got a sloped triangular head with a three-dimensional eye, which I'm really in favor of, and it's on a swivel right there. And there's a gap between the head and the body. The body's a hard body until you get to the rear treble hook, and then there's a soft plastic paddle tail. And they've got variations. The color variations are very pleasing. And then the one that caught my eye is a bone. They have a white configuration with bone skeleton design on it. So
sound like good baits.
Yeah, kind of fun. Yeah, comes in a 3-pack. They're $26.12, and I don't think you get free shipping. Well, listen, James, we got to flip into a little bit of a break here. Can you stay with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, more with James Guggenauer. We're going to be talking about fish behavior on Roosevelt Lake. I'm Don McDowell with the commission. We'll be right back.
No matter what boat or watercraft you drive, your safety starts. Survival PFDs are our only choice when enjoying our own watercraft or saving lives. Our lives depend on Mustang survival gear, and so does yours. Boat safe, boat smart, boat with Mustang. Your life may depend on it. Available locally at Sportsman's Warehouse, I-17 and Yorkshire Drive.
In today's world, personal and family safety, home and business are at risk. Roll Shutter Systems Shutters protects your family, home, and business assets, providing security, privacy, weather protection, noise reduction, and all built for specific needs. Roll Shutter Systems is family owned and operated for 40 years and manufactured in Phoenix, Arizona. They ship and install throughout the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For your free estimate, click rollshuttersystemsusa.com or call 623-869-7057.
It's time to join the Howl Pack. In 2025, Howl for Wildlife campaigns will inspire advocacy, influence decision makers, and build resistance to the constant attacks from the anti-hunting industry. Howl is committed to protecting hunting, angling, and trapping opportunities nationwide, and we invite you to join the Howl Pack. Howl for Wildlife is committed to winning. Visit howlforwildlife.org to learn more and join the pack.
Hey, I heard that. Did you? If you didn't, you can get the weekly e-news Heard That from the AZ Cattle Growers Association to be informed about Arizona cattle growers news in our great state. Learn about events happening each month, legislation roundups and cattle news range highlights, and the monthly recap and member highlights. Sign up for the newsletter by contacting the ACGA staff at 602-267-1129 and learn more about joining the ACGA or advertising in the weekly newsletter Heard That. ACGA 602-267-1129.
Here is a great way to help Arizona's wildlife conservation efforts. Put an AZ Wildlife Conservation license plate on your car, truck, or RV and show the world you care. When you do, you are contributing to the AZ Wildlife Conservation Fund, which manages grants for habitat improvements and hunter-angler recruitment. Simply go online to servicearizona.com and select the AZ Wildlife Conservation plate for your license plate renewal.
Association monthly publication provides essential updates on issues impacting the ranching industry in our great state and nationally. The Arizona Catalog provides industry news from the University of Arizona, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, the Arizona Farm Bureau, National and Arizona Department of Agriculture, and others. Timely notifications of legislation on local, state, and federal levels, as well as other issues that may affect the ranching community. Spotlight on rancher highlights, activities, events, and dialogue from our president, executive director, board members, Fight the Fight for You. Regular features include cattle growers reports, cattle comments, activities for kids, and animal health. The Arizona Catalog monthly magazine is created by ranchers for ranchers. Get your subscription today at azcattlegrowers.org or call 602-267-1129 and then ask how you can join the Arizona Cattle Growers Association. What's on your plate?
Celebrate Cinco de Mayo with Easy Cater, the best way to order great food from favorite restaurants for all your festivities. From April 27th through May 5th, every order placed earns you 1,000 bonus rewards points. From traditional favorites like enchiladas and mole to festive options like a build-your-own taco bar, even breakfast. Chilaquiles, anyone? Easy Cater makes food for Cinco de Mayo a cinch. Order now at easycater.com and get 1,000 bonus points on every order with promo code Cinco de Mayo 26. Restrictions apply. See offer details.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
If you love the outdoors, make sure you sign up for the weekly hunting fishing newsletter to stay up to date with the latest outdoorsman news across the nation. Sign up today at huntingfishing.com. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
Okay, back with the master rod builder, James Guggenauer. What are you hearing on bass behavior on the Roosevelt?
So it's a little different than what we've been saying. You know, for the last month, Don, you and I have been kind of tongue-in-cheek saying you can throw your car keys into the lake and catch a fish, and that's typically true in April and the May time frame. But with the water level falling down there, you know, that spooks the fish. The reason they like the April, March time frame, Roosevelt Lake for spawning is the water level is pretty stable during that time. But now that it has started to fall, it just makes them go deeper, it makes them more skittish, it makes the spawn more sporadic. It's not a full spawn that you'd normally see. So right now, the bite is off a little bit. However, there are still plenty of fish that are, you know, post-spawn and that bait that you were describing before the break, a reaction bait like that, that's got some spinners on it, like a spinner bait. Any of those kinds of baits right now would be good to fish on Roosevelt. But most people, because of the falling water condition, have gone to like a drop shot or even a Texas rig. You asked me about that last week, Don. I hadn't heard it, and sure enough, this week An angler told me that he was fishing with a deeper Texas rig and being pretty successful with it.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't hurt, if fish start behaving like this, is your Carolina rig, on about a 36-inch leader in at least a 3/4 ounce barrel weight, with some type of a soft plastic, in keeping your boat up on tight to the bank and throwing off the main lake point, 20, 25 feet of water, and then working your bait up the hill, up the slope, instead of conventionally. Most guys will throw out and work down the slope, because that's where those fish are hanging. And my other recommendation would be a hard jerk bait, not a floater, but a suspending, and with a pretty good bill on it, so that you can crank it down to depth, around a 15-foot range, and then jerk, pause. You can figure out the cadence. The fish are going to tell you what cadence you need to employ.
Yep.
So
that's true. And the other change, I think that the fish that are older are like smarter. And when you're talking about Carolina rigs, I mean, the big females, most of them have probably already spawned yet. And when I say big, I'm talking 10 pound plus. And so the fish that are being caught, even in the post-spawn and ones that are being caught on bed, they're what we call slot fish, 13 to 16 inch kind of fish.
Yeah.
But there are good numbers of them down there. So it's a fun day to be out there. And that technique that you're describing, Don, a Carolina rig, dragging it up a hill, has been, really successful for many years. Fish they don't see that every day, so it's a little bit different. And when that bait kind of pops up in the water column, they will definitely grab that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like Jim's Malinois. It bites me just because it can. It doesn't think about it, it just does it.
Yep, that's true.
All right. Any news from the commission, the department? What's going on?
So, a couple of things are really not good news here, and it's with the legislators. We've been focused on that. We, the commission and the department leadership, for the last couple of months while they've been in session. There are currently 12 bills that affect the Game and Fish Department or the commission that are now considered inactive. There's just been no movement on them in over a month, and it doesn't look like any of them will pass, and there's some good and bad in there. But the big thing is that the state budget, and that's where the focus is, and the Republican Senate and House are arguing with the governor. Governor Hobbs told the Arizona Sportsmen for Wildlife Conservation Organization last week that she will veto the current Republican budget. So there's going to be a lot of work to do in a short amount of time to get this done, but they're talking about sweeping all departments, all agencies in the state to try to make up for this shortfall. So it's going to be pretty rough from a financial standpoint going forward for the whole state, I think.
I'm afraid of that. The other bad news, and I'm sure you've seen the CBD Robin Silver letter on the mountain lions. They're going to make another run at you again. ACGA is going to kick in. We're going to have something to say, and maybe lend some help on this issue.
Yeah, I haven't seen that letter yet, but I did hear that there's concern over that, and it's kind of frustrating from a commission standpoint. At our last commission meeting, we spent about 20 minutes talking about the mountain lion population in the state of Arizona, how we manage mountain lions, and how they're the numbers are not in jeopardy, but it just seems like people just keep beating that same drum every year.
Robin Silvers in CBD, they don't have anything to do. This is the way they make their money. They'll make a run at you. They'll file a lawsuit with you, with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the sue and settle. I don't know how much traction they're going to get because the Trump administration has been really good about the sue and settle stuff. But, you know, I mean, Robin Silvers has developed a fetish for walking around catching cow pies and accusing people of having trespassing cows. And, I mean, it just, the minutia that comes out of CBD is just absolutely mind-boggling. I don't know what these people are smoking.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they're not the only ones, but it is frustrating that in the face of all the data and the hard work done by professional biologists and wildlife managers in the state, we still have to, you know, worry about how the media perceives, you know, their message, and sometimes that's frustrating.
Yeah, it is. I think, you know, you can't say it, but I can. I think this is a byproduct of making marijuana legal in some places. So, just saying.
Yeah, just say it. Okay.
Okay, I have one other request. We were looking at the website. You guys do a really great job on the urban stocking program. Is there a chance to get Bender's Pond and Gila Bend added to your urban fishing opportunity list?
They're on there. They're on there. The reason you don't see it, Don, is because Bender's Pond is kind of small, and it's not like, say, a Green Valley Lake where you can go, you know, stock it every week or something like that. Because of the size of that, it limits the amount of times that they can put community fishing in there. But they're definitely on the schedule, and it definitely gets routinely stocked.
Oh, yeah. I was down talking to Patricia Riggs, and you know, we had that conversation. I told her, I said, hey, I'd ask, you know, so I had to look it up, and you know, they're just so thankful to Game and Fish because that, you know, that's a destination for, you know, a lot of people in and around the Gila Bend area, and I even see our good friend Tyson hanging out eating a burrito from Sophia's up there, so it's all good. All right. I'll text you. Bubba's wiping up the rear. I don't know how this is going to end up today, so I'll chat at you later. We got to get out of here.
Okay. Thanks, Don.
All right. James Guggenauer doing a great job on multiple fronts. We got to get this thing wiped up and get on with the day. It's NASCAR, Texas Motor Speedway. I'm Don McDowell. Like us on our social media platforms. Take your kids fishing, hug your bass boat, and we are out of here.
Don McDowell, Outdoor